Hi, welcome to the Restaurant Show. I'm Justin Riley, and I hope you stick with us today because we've got a great show with some great local food that we're going to try. We're going to check in with our good friends over at Club Tavern. It's been a while since they've been on our restaurant show, but they're back and we're happy to have them. We'll also check in with Sage at the Cheese Factory restaurant up in Wisconsin Dells. She's going to demonstrate her Cajun chicken and veggies, as well as her glorious chocolate cake. It's going to be delicious. And Jessa checks in with our friends Rob and Jason from Lewis Station Winery. It's all coming up right here on the Restaurant Show, and we stop by the best restaurants in town so you can skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to eat right here on the Restaurant Show.
Welcome back to the Restaurant Show. Two of my favorite topics, wine and delicious food, and two of my favorite people here to chat about that today. So glad to see you guys back. Owner and winemaker Rob Lewis is here from Lewis Station Winery. And of course, Chef Jason Dunn is also here with us. Thank you for being here.
Yes, absolutely.
We love having you. You guys do such a wonderful job. I'm going to say this very sincerely. I mean, every single person that tells me they've been up to your place has had just nothing but the highest of compliments for their visit.
So, that's wonderful.
Just wonderful things. And I'm excited to talk about what we're doing today. So of course we're going to talk about wine and we're going to talk about food. So you guys kind of lead me down the path you'd like to start with.
You got it.
Well, let's start talking mushrooms.
Okay.
Because then we can tie into the wine and it ought to work out well.
Okay.
Sounds great, yeah.
So at the winery, we have a dish that we call ooey gooey mushrooms. And this is, my wife Beth is a mushroom lover, and that was kind of the genesis of this dish.
Okay.
And where we start with the ooey gooey mushrooms is it all starts 100% with the mushrooms. Mushrooms we get from Palm Cellars, who are based in Helensville.
Okay.
It's a wonderful mushroom farm.
And you guys do a wonderful job of sourcing so much locally. I think that's incredible and obviously really impacts the taste.
Oh, very much.
Yeah.
Very important to us.
Very, freshness is huge, and
Yeah.
it's paramount.
Absolutely.
And like in mushrooms in particular, freshness is a very, very big deal. Mushrooms in the first 24 hours when they're cut will lose 50% of their flavor, and then every 24 hours after that, they will lose another 50% of flavor. So with mushrooms, it's important to lock that flavor in as quickly as you can, so it gets that nice, meaty flavor to it. So we get our mushrooms, they've been harvested for roughly 1 to 2 hours. We get them back to the winery, we roast them immediately with garlic and his wonderful Zinfandel. It's just a great, great thing. So what that does is it locks that meaty flavor in.
That's incredible. I actually tried one before we started because he was sharing some of this information with me about how quickly mushrooms lose flavor, and having something that you're getting from a grocery store has often been sitting there for multiple days.
Yeah. That's why a lot of times people say, well, mushrooms don't taste like anything.
Right.
Well, it's because of where you're buying it and how you're buying it.
They do. These are incredible.
So what we do with our
Lots of
mushrooms
flavor.
is we layer the mushrooms into a ramekin. We take some good Crave Brothers fresh mozzarella.
Okay.
And then we top that a little bit with the mushrooms like that. And then Hilltop and Arena is where we get our Munster cheese from. So that goes on top like that. Now what we'll do is we'll throw this into the oven.
Okay, nice layer of cheese on the top, and you've got some in the middle there too, so it's almost, you're hitting us with both sides.
That's the
there.
gooey part. That's the gooey part.
Now
So
you know
get
where
that
the
mozzarella
gooey
Ooey
mushrooms
gooey.
comes
Yeah,
from,
the
right?
ooey's in the middle and the gooey's on the top.
Absolutely.
I love the names. You made something for us, what was the crack?
Goat crack.
Goat crack.
So good,
So what
too.
you end up with is like this here.
Oh my
And you can
goodness
see the mushrooms, the
gracious.
melted cheese and such.
That looks so
So
good.
the whole idea here is you get a spoonful of the mushrooms with the cheese and smear it with the bread. And
Oh
it's a
my gosh,
wonderful,
can I,
wonderful
may I?
combination.
I'm gonna be a mess,
Please,
but
please do.
you know, I'm used to being a mess here on this show. Okay,
Right on.
so tell us about the wine that we're gonna talk about today too,
you got
here,
it. So,
Wally.
so the first one we're going to talk about is, it's a 100% Cabernet. It's hard to get
It's
that
ooey
cheese on
and
there.
gooey, I'm
Ooey
telling
gooey.
you.
Yeah. It's 100% Cabernet, but
Just
it
keep
is.
pulling up. Keep pulling up. There you
Here
go.
we
It
go.
is, it is aged. So
Okay.
it's aged in a Wisconsin bourbon barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So not only just a Wisconsin oak barrel, but a Wisconsin bourbon barrel. So J. Henry and Sons, which is just north of Madison, a couple years ago, we made a great contact with them, and when they emptied their barrels, I bought a few of their barrels, brought them back to the winery, and I added Cabernet to those barrels and I let them age. So what you're going to find in this 100% Cabernet is on the nose, you're going to have like that hints of bourbon that's there. Wow. And then when you taste it, you will get some of the bourbon flavor through. But Cabernet is one of those grapes that can really hold up to something fun like that.
Wow, okay, and that's
So
this one. I'm going to
That's that one right there, yeah. There aren't a lot of producers out there that do something as outrageous as this, if you will.
Yeah,
Unique,
really.
Yeah.
Now, can I try
And
this one too?
Please do.
Am I going to be
Absolutely.
okay?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Oh, it's great.
Isn't that awesome?
It's really good.
Yeah.
Wow, I wasn't sure what to expect because I can smell the little bit of bourbon in there, like we talked
sure
about.
can.
Take
Yeah.
a bite of that mushroom.
It's incredible.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
then take a sip of the wine.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to do the cheese.
Then the fun really happens.
With the wine, that's when 1 + 1 = 3. You
I can't-
just experience that right there.
I can't explain to you. You just must go and try, and everything is so good. And this isn't it. We're doing more too, aren't we?
We have
We have
more.
one more
Oh
that
my
we're going to do.
gosh.
Yeah.
The next dish that we're going to do is our meatball
So
plate,
good.
our
Wow.
meatball basket, basically is what it is. The whole idea with this is a deconstructed meatball sub. So you're going to have your bread, you're going to have your meatballs. We have our homemade marinara sauce that we make. We use fire roasted tomatoes for this, garlic, a little bit of basil in there, a little bit of EVO. And then again,
And
with
Jones
this,
Farm does the meatballs first.
the meatballs themselves are an all-meat meatball done by Jones Farm down in Fort Atkinson. I love Jones Farm because they don't put any additives in anything.
Okay.
It's all what should be in there.
And I want to mention too, while you're doing this, is that because you have so much knowledge in food and what you're doing, and you in wine and what you're doing, and it all comes together so flawlessly and effortlessly between the two of you. But you actually teach folks
do.
some of
Yes, we
this
do.
information too, so we can have a little knowledge of our own.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that. You have some classes.
Well, the cooking classes we do, we run the third Saturday of every month, and the second Thursday of every month we do a little different version. The Saturday version, it's a wonderful 3-hour foodie orgasm, is the best way to put it. Because it's just wine and food. I do 7-8 food preparations. Wine. Rob has wine for every course, and it's just a wonderful thing. And I do a big demonstration in front of everybody.
Oh my goodness,
On the
that sounds
Thursday
so much
classes, it's a little more hands-on.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is 3-4 presentations, and then at the end of it, we'll sit down to a meal together.
Oh, wow. What an incredible thing to go do as just a fun way to enjoy your food and wine on another level. I love that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
and you know that 3-hour class that we do, we fill that entire 3-hour class. So you're eating and sampling and drinking wine through the entire 3-hour class.
Wow.
So and
bet it
you've
goes
probably noticed
fast.
we talk a lot, so we don't have a problem entertaining people
Right.
and enjoying the food and enjoying the wine.
Well,
But-
and it's such a passion
look at
for you too
It
that
is.
I just love that you're sharing that with folks.
And that's what we hear often. Is like you can really see that we're passionate about what we do.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Look
so
at
talk
that.
to me about this. I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
Tell me about this
This is
other
an
wine you
all
have.
meat pork. It's all pork that's
Okay.
in there. There's fennel seed in there, a bunch of great herbs. Chef Sean down at Jones
just
Farm
do a
does these
small
for
one.
us,
Do
and
it,
they're
yeah.
absolutely wonderful.
Okay, and then talk to me about this other
You
wine.
got it.
you
We have it paired with 100% Petite Syrah. Petite Syrah, it's a 2014 big, bold. Petite comes from a very small berry, but that's why it's very concentrated, and you'll certainly notice that when you smell it and when you taste it.
Delicious, all of it. Amazing. I don't want to go, but I have to. We got to go to break. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Go to Lewis Station Winery. You will not be disappointed. We'll be back with more Restaurant Show after the break.
Coming up next on the Restaurant Show, glorious chocolate cake and Cajun chicken and veggies with the Cheese Factory. Welcome back to the Restaurant Show. Hopefully by now you can tell simply by the spread that we are joined by Sage and Lily from the Cheese Factory restaurant up in Wisconsin Dells. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, good to have you with us. And like I said, I mean, it's just always so visually appealing. Our director Ken and I were talking like, I bet you could even see this on radio. Like the beauty just would pop right through the speakers. So we're talking a little bit about Cajun chicken today.
We are, and of course, since we are a vegan restaurant, the chicken is actually not real chicken.
Right.
It is a chicken alternative made from soy.
Okay.
It's available at most supermarkets. Any supermarket that you would buy regular chicken, you could find this product.
Okay.
It's sort of chicken strips, actually, is
Oh,
what
wow,
it.
okay.
And
Sure.
we dust these chicken strips with some Cajun spice powder that
Okay.
we make at the Cheese.
Okay.
And Lily's going to demonstrate how we prepare our Cajun stir fry.
Cajun Agent.
Yes.
All right. So that's one of the dishes. Because what I love about what you guys do when you come in and do a food presentation on the Restaurant Show is you're showing multiple ways of utilizing one thing
Yep.
that you have at the restaurant. So
Yep.
what are some of the different things that you can use the Cajun chicken for?
Well, what we have in front here is we've brought you a salad, a rice noodle dish, and a club sandwich that all contain the Cajun chicken
All right.
that we're going to be preparing today.
Sure, okay.
Lily's beginning, we've got some toasted sesame oil in the pan.
Okay.
And then
I
garlic
smell
and
that.
ginger
Yeah.
gets added to that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add the chicken and give it a good sear.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our vegetables, bean sprouts, and last we're going to add the stir-fry sauce that we make at the Cheese Factory. And you'll get to taste it when it's done.
I'm excited about that because I'm already smelling it from 2 people down here.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. You were going to say something.
Well, I was just going to mention that the Cajun chicken salad contains, our flame-broiled flatbread, the chicken, which is also flame-broiled, and our house greens mix, which contains arugula, kale, romaine, and an assorted spring mix. So it's
Sure.
a really wonderful salad with
Yeah.
our house dressing.
Yeah.
And then this gluten-free, we call it a chicken noodle bowl.
Okay.
Which has got the rice noodles, pineapple, mandarin oranges, grapes. It's got a kind of a hoisin vinaigrette
Sure.
and the chicken.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have the club, which contains chicken, avocado, tempeh bacon strips,
Oh, wow.
all made from soy, and all delicious.
Sure. Okay. I noticed you kind of garnish it with some lemon. Is there traditional to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on there?
You
or-
could. Right now, the garnish is on there just because it looks pretty for
Okay.
TV.
Sure.
But yeah, lemon on avocado is great.
Okay.
There's a lot of
Good to
avocado
know.
in the club sandwich.
Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about the vegan diet itself. Is it true that eating vegan is healthier for us?
Well, we think that certainly it makes sense to eat more plant-based foods, more foods that are nutrient dense, and that don't have a lot of chemicals, additives, preservatives, etc. And we try to offer those kinds of foods at the Cheese Factory. However, in my experience, my long experience of eating and cooking, what I've discovered is that a peaceful, open mind and a joyful, loving heart are the keys to true health.
I love that.
It's
Love
true.
that. You said a peaceful, open mind and a joyful, loving heart.
Yep.
That is fantastic.
And
Great.
that's part of our philosophy at the Cheese.
Sure.
We do all this food, but without that,
Right.
eh,
Well, I don't think
You
anybody
should
will
eat what makes you happy.
makes you happy. Good. And I think that, I think there's no doubt that somebody who's coming to the Cheese Factory would definitely be happy after walking out and trying some of this
so
food.
far so good.
Lily's like, yeah,
So
go
I
ahead.
just want to point out where we're at with the stir fry. Obviously, we don't have a whole lot of time,
Right.
so we're kind of rushing this a little bit. She's adding the stir fry sauce now,
Okay.
and we're just going to let that go for a little bit, then once we're a little bit further on down, we can try a little piece of that chicken, see how you like it.
Excellent.
That soy chicken.
All right. I'm looking forward to that. You got glorious chocolate cake that you brought, which is
Yes.
oh so glorious today, and decked out for Valentine's Day, which is when we happen to be filming this show. So that's
Yep.
awesome.
These are little hearts made of marzipan.
Okay.
And it's a double layer cake with ganache, and it's probably the most popular dessert at the Cheese Factory, the glorious chocolate cake.
I can certainly see why. And so you guys actually make all of this from scratch.
We do. We have a bakery, our in-house bakery, and we, on a daily basis, have, what do we make? We make cinnamon buns, scones, cookies, about 12 different kinds of desserts.
Mousse au
And
chocolat.
Mousse au chocolat.
the mousse is great
Et
and
les
very
fraises.
popular.
Les fraises?
Yes, les fraises.
Oui, oui.
Yeah. So, what are some of the other things, some of our popular items, Lily, that people love?
Well, definitely have to mention again the pancakes.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
she's into the pancakes.
Yeah. But it's also like we have an egg schmecks, we call that. It's like
Egg
an
schmecks.
Love it.
It's an egg substitute.
Sure.
Like it comes with a spicy sauce. It's a really nice breakfast brunch dish that is
Okay.
very popular with us.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. That sounds amazing. And that looks amazing. We've got just a few seconds left. Is
Yeah,
there time
let's-
yet for me to
well,
try
yeah,
some?
I think we're going to put some on the plate,
Okay.
and then we'll get you to try a piece of the soy chicken to see how you
Sure.
like it.
And real quick before we go, talk to us a little bit about your cookbook. I want to make sure we mention the Cheese Factory cookbook and how that came about.
Yeah, our customers would consistently ask us for the recipes, and so we finally got it together after a couple of years
Sure.
to put together 24 of the most popular customer requests in this cookbook.
Okay.
It's available at the restaurant and on Amazon.
All right,
So here we
awesome.
go, here, grab a little piece of chicken, see how that is, a little
Okay.
soy chicken.
Soy
Yeah,
chicken.
it's a little.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, it smells so good.
Yeah, it's tasty.
It tastes like chicken.
I know.
Fantastic. Head on up to the Cheese Factory restaurant, folks. You won't even know that it's vegan. Maybe that's our new tagline. You won't even know that it's vegan. Sage and Lily, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
Thank you,
Sure.
Justin.
And don't go away, there's more Restaurant Show coming up right after the break. Stick around.
Bye.
Coming up next on the Restaurant Show, Club Tavern. For the past 100 years, if you've lived in the Madison area, you've got to be familiar with our next guest. This is Fauzi, who is the new head chef over at Club Tavern in Middleton. Fauzi, welcome.
Thank you.
First time on our restaurant show.
Yes.
How's it feel?
Nervous?
You're going to do fine. You're going to do fine. And I know you're going to do fine because you brought some great food here. It looks
Thank
like
you.
you're making salmon with fresh basil and grape tomatoes.
Yes.
All right, well, let's get started. What's the first thing
Sure.
that we do here?
You season salmon,
Okay.
with the lemon seasoning and salt.
Okay, so it's lemon seasoning and salt.
Yes.
Okay. Is that something that you guys make there?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what in the menu. And sometimes we do special sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the type of salmon, is this just salmon fillet or what do you?
Yeah, it's a fillet. It's a fresh salmon. You know.
Okay.
It's,
Ooh, yeah, that's sizzling good.
Yes.
All right. And is this something that's is this a special or that you're running, or will this be on a permanent fixture on the menu for a while?
It's in the menu.
Okay.
Yeah, we do a new menu. We change a lot of stuff.
Okay.
It's
Right.
a great menu.
Probably want to turn that one on. Right. Cool. So we get them sizzling, we get them cooking, and how long do you cook them on each side typically?
Like 10 minutes
10 minutes per side.
per side.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We
because
might have
of
to cut away for a minute here.
Yeah,
then.
the heat.
That's okay. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you have going on at Club Tavern. You've got a new menu.
Yes, we
New
do.
chef, new
New
menu.
menu.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some
New
of the
customer.
new customers too? That's
Yes.
always what we want.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you're offering on this new menu that you've never offered before?
Well, a new menu is everything fresh from scratch. We try to keep customer always happy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's really it's the most popular. It's fish fried.
Sure.
And Saturday is a crime rib.
Ooh, Saturday is prime rib. Always
Yeah.
good. Prime rib is always good.
Yeah.
And you guys also have live bands on Fridays and Saturdays, I believe.
Fridays, Saturdays, and Monday we having what do you call karaoke.
Oh, okay. Monday karaoke. That's
Yeah.
always fun. And you have a great Facebook page that gets updated pretty frequently. So I encourage folks out there to check out their Facebook page if you want to find out what's going on over at the Club Tavern. It's good stuff over there. And it looks like you have breakfast with kids Thursday through Sundays.
Yes. Yeah.
So what is that? You just bring your kid in and you...
Yeah, bring your kid and have fun and
Okay.
get a great food.
Sure.
And the price is right. Having what do you call High-Over.
Sure.
It's
Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome.
between 7 and 9.
Whoops. Uh-oh.
It's all right.
Man down, man down. Got it. Put it there. All right. Well, that's looking brown pretty quick there,
Yeah.
huh? All right. And so it looks like it's almost caramelizing.
Come on the top, yeah. Most, what you cook salmon, some of them like a well done.
Sure.
And some of them you want it medium.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you've got some other ingredients. It's like you've got some potatoes and some things
Yeah,
in there.
potatoes, that's to go with we serve it with fish.
Okay.
We do parsley butter potatoes.
Okay.
We do garlic green beans,
Okay.
with olive oil.
Sure. All right. And then is that something that you're cooking with the fish or separately on the
I
other?
cook it separate.
Okay.
You know, a separate dish, yeah.
Very good, very good. Salmon looks like it's done.
It's done.
Okay, and so now we're gonna make some sauce for it.
Sauce for it,
Okay,
yeah.
so what's the next step? What do we
Next
do here?
step, you're going to put a little bit water
Okay, so that's just some water and
and vinaigrette.
okay. And you're using the juices from
Juice
from the salmon.
it, yes.
Yeah, all right. Wow. I always love when people reuse the juices from the meat. That's just something
Yeah,
that kind
to
of
give a nice taste to it.
yeah gets me
Yeah.
excited.
And a little bit of brown sugar.
Ooh. Now we know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
If there's ever any doubt up until this point, now we know it's going to be good. So you just try to kind of mix that all together, it
Together,
looks like?
yeah.
All right. And I want to make sure that I mention before we go here that anybody, you're running kind of a little mini special that anybody who comes into the restaurant and mentions your name, which is Fauzi,
Fauzi.
to
Yeah.
their server, they get 10% off the
10%.
bill. That's pretty good, you know? Worth mentioning it. So
Yeah.
remember that name, Fauzi. We'll run a big graphic across the screen. Look at that. Now, what are we
Yeah.
cooking here on this one?
Green beans.
Okay. You want me to get that started for you?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm helping.
Yeah.
Just dump them all on there. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Whew. I've never been allowed to help before. This is an honor.
It's nothing wrong with it to learn. You know, you just garlic to it.
There we go. Oh, and you got the fresh stuff. That's awesome. So then you typically serve this with the green beans and then
Yeah.
some of the sauce. Okay.
It's a choice on customers. You know,
Okay.
want green beans or parsley butter potatoes.
Okay.
You know,
That looks good. Well, we're gonna come back in just a second when it's all done, so that we can see what the finished product looks like. All right, this meal is just about complete, and we've got the potatoes now ready to plate up.
yes.
Here.
It's
All right.
parsley butter potatoes.
Uh-huh.
You know, you boil them.
So this is just a couple of examples of some of the sides that you can get with this. Is that right? You can get the
with
beans or the
salmon,
potatoes.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a choice of customer. Green beans or parsley butter potatoes. Or,
Okay.
yeah.
You've garnished it up with some lemon here. Can I take a taste?
Yeah, go ahead. Pizza.
Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering already. Oh my God. That is delicious.
Thank you. That's most popular customer come for it.
I mean, it literally just melts in my mouth.
Yeah. It's
All right.
fresh.
Well, Fauzi,
Yes,
you
sir.
done good on your first restaurant show. Thanks
you.
for coming in. We look forward to having you again. And remember, if you find yourself at the Club Tavern, just mention Fauzi. You get 10% off.
10% off.
Thank you so much for coming in. And don't go away. There's more restaurant show coming up after the break.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining me here today on the Restaurant Show. I hope that when you're out and about looking for a place to eat or at the local grocery store, you'll consider any one of these fantastic locally owned businesses. That's all the time we have for today on the Restaurant Show. This is Justin Riley reminding you that life is too short to eat average. We'll see you next time.